Good evening and welcome to Source 16 News at 10. New this hour, there is now a new dispute in a sentencing trial from a murder that stems back 16 years ago. A 1994 jury found Nakia Cornell Dillard guilty in the kidnapping of Tracy Jordan, but was deadlocked on charging him with her rape and murder. The prosecution reserved the right to sentence Dillard on the kidnapping conviction until after he was retried on other charges in connection to her death. Currently, both attorneys are asking for a ruling on how the kidnapping charge will be presented to the jury for Dillard's sentencing trial in June.
We're not here on the guilt phase, so we're not asking them to find him guilty of the murder, but it is certainly, the jury should have all of the facts with regard to the case when they do make a decision about sentencing. And a decision with regard to the sentencing on any kidnapping charge is to determine whether the victim was released alive or not.
Christian County Circuit Court Judge Andrew Self instructed Dillard's attorney Pat Day of Madisonville to file a brief regarding Dillard's kidnapping conviction. Commonwealth's attorney Lynn Pryor will then file a response, and Judge Self will make his ruling on May 25th. Appeals court documents say Jordan and Steve Marquis were cleaning the parking lot of the Brickyard Plaza Shopping Center when Dillard and Ernest Rogers tried to rob Marquis, who escaped, and Jordan was shot in the head. Dillard is currently serving a 60-year sentence in connection to the robbery, kidnapping, and attempted murder of Marquis. Rogers died in prison after being convicted of Jordan's rape and murder. Meanwhile, a Nashville woman accused of attacking the wife of Hopkinsville's mayor did not appear in court today. Commonwealth's attorney Lynn Pryor told Source 16 that Lori Ann Little was scheduled to be in court today, but she is currently undergoing a mental evaluation at the Kentucky Correctional Psychiatric Center. Little was indicted by a Christian County grand jury on February 18th on charges of first-degree burglary and fourth-degree assault. She was arrested after she allegedly went to Mayor Dan Kemp's Deepwood Drive residence and forced her way into his home and physically assaulted his wife, Henrietta, by pulling her hair. Mrs. Kemp then escaped from Little by running to a neighbor's house. Little was lodged in the Christian County Jail on a $35,000 bond. A Hopkinsville man has been charged in connection to a hit-and-run crash with a moped on Fort Campbell Boulevard in Clarksville last week. Clarksville police report 28-year-old Demetrius Walton of Knoll Avenue is charged with vehicular assault and leaving the scene of an accident in the March 23rd crash that sent Coleman Ryan Collins to Vanderbilt Hospital for treatment of multiple injuries, including injury to his spleen and a fractured vertebrae. Soon after the wreck, officers initiated a traffic stop and Walton was charged with DUI, speeding, and carrying a deadly weapon, but he denied any knowledge of the crash. However, after an investigation, police determined damaged vehicle parts left at the scene of the crash belonged to Walton's vehicle. Walton is booked in the Montgomery County Jail. Callaway County residents are among the healthiest people in the state. Callaway County is ranked in the top 10 when it comes to the healthiest counties in Kentucky, according to the annual County Health Rankings released today by the University of Wisconsin Population Health Institute and Robert Wood Johnson Foundation. Out of the 120 counties in the state, Callaway is the third most healthy county in the state, followed by Lyon County as the 6th most healthy, while Marshall County ranks 29th, Graves County ranks 36th, Christian County 46th, Caldwell County ranks 48th, Ohio County is 59th, Muhlenberg is 68th, Tree County ranks at 70th, Hopkins County 71st, Todd County is at 82nd, and Fulton County is 117th. The rankings also looks at factors that affect people's health within 4 categories: health behavior, clinical care, social and economic factors, and physical environment. So what counties are the most and least healthy in the state? Boone County ranks number 1 as the most healthy county in the Commonwealth, followed by Odom County, while Martin and Owsley counties ranked 119 and 120 are the least healthy. First District Congressman Ed Whitfield today announced that 2 local students nominated by him have received offers of appointment to 2 of the U.S. military service academies. Kyle Kelly of Hopkinsville will attend the U.S. Naval Academy in Annapolis, Maryland, and David Vinson of Murray will attend the U.S. Military Academy at West Point, New York. Kelly, the son of Sean and Shannon Kelly, is ranked number 1 in his class and will graduate from Christian County High School and the Gatton Academy in Bowling Green this May. Vinson, the son of Mark and Becky Vinson, is also ranked #1 in his class and will graduate from Murray High School in May as well. Students interested in applying for nomination to any of the U.S. service academies should visit Congressman Whitfield's website. Fort Campbell officials held a ribbon-cutting ceremony this afternoon to commemorate the official opening of a virtual training facility of Kennard Battle Command Training Center.
Achieving this live, virtual, constructive, and gaming integrated environment is critical to our soldiers, leaders, and formations being able to really focus on the operationally relevant collective training environment.
The state-of-the-art facility features first-person shooter mission exercises for soldiers to train on for operations around the globe, especially in combat zones like Afghanistan.
I'm sure that we all recognize that warfighting is and probably will likely always be a human endeavor. We'll never be able to remove all the fog and friction that really goes into warfighting. But facilities like this, training opportunities like this, will allow our people to strip away some of that fog and friction and be able to really focus our training on very specific tasks that will conserve resources and hopefully save lives in the future.
In addition, the facility is capable of training a company or 2 platoons at the same time and will likely be implemented at other military installations.
Exercises in this facility in the not-too-distant future will network live, virtual, and constructive training resources both here at Fort Campbell and other Army formations around the country, and probably joint and/or key coalition partners around the world. The result of this, again, will be a more integrated training environment that hopefully, again, will continue to make us very successful on the battlefield.
The cost of the facility was under $750,000 and took over a year to build. The Arlington Fire Department has received a grant for nearly $80,000 for operations and safety. Congressman Ed Whitfield, chairman of the Subcommittee on Energy and Power, congratulated the Arlington Fire Department on receiving the $79,283 Assistance to Firefighters grant. Grants are awarded through a competitive process overseen by fire experts. Applications are reviewed on how the funds will fulfill the top priorities of the AFG program, which are operations and safety and vehicle acquisition. Authorities are investigating the alleged sodomy of a 7-year-old Christian County girl. According to the Christian County Sheriff's Department, investigators spoke with the 7-year-old girl and her mother, and they both advised that a 14-year-old boy, who is reportedly a family member, had been forcing the victim to perform sexual acts to him at a Greenville Road home in Crofton between December 2006 and March 29th of this year. At this time, Captain Chris Miller says the male juvenile has not been arrested or charged, and police are looking into the alleged sodomy. A nonprofit organization whose slogan is "May no soldier go unloved" is now needing the love and support of the community. Here's Source 16's Marie Fainer with more.
A national nonprofit organization is asking for the public's assistance to provide aid and comfort to military service members, especially at Fort Campbell.
Our warehouse has been just steadily sending out welcome home kits, and they're running low, so I'm trying to get donations for the homecoming kits.
According to Urbanski, the hygiene kits, among other donations, goes a long way for soldiers.
They can pretty much clean up, you know, because it has shampoo, conditioner, razor, shaving cream, you know, that kind of stuff, and a calling card. They can clean up, and we also would like to provide snacks in the barracks. They can clean up, eat, and call their parents or their loved ones without having to dig into any of their bags after such a long flight.
The organization is also working with officials to provide food for military families as they wait for their returning soldier.
The families generally wait for 2 hours at the hangar prior to the landing. They're there usually for another 30 to 40 minutes for the ceremony and hugging and kissing their loved one. And then the soldiers are bussed over to turn in their sensitive items, and the families are taken to a don't want to say a holding area, a waiting area.
Soldiers Angels is a volunteer-led 501c3 nonprofit organization with thousands of volunteers.
We want the community to know that we appreciate and know we couldn't do this without them, just as much as we can't have freedom without our soldiers.
All donations are tax deductible, and for more information on how you can donate or for future volunteer opportunities, contact Regina Urbanski at 931-220-9522. Marie Fainter, Source 16 News.
Now here's Hopkinsville Christian County Crime Stoppers Coordinator Paul Ray with the featured fugitives of the week.
This week, Probation and Parole needs your help locating 2 wanted fugitives.
Police are looking for 31-year-old Willie Lewis Coleman, who's wanted for absconding probation. Coleman is a black male who stands 5 feet, 8 inches tall, and weighs 185 pounds. His last known address was the 3600 block of Rosetown Road. Police are also looking for 29-year-old Leah Marie Toran, who's wanted on several outstanding warrants. Toran is a black female who stands 5 feet, 4 inches tall, and weighs 105 pounds. Her last known address was the 1000 block of Mill Run Court.
If you know where police can locate these wanted fugitives, and we've got cash waiting for you, pick up your phone now and call our tips line at 887-TIPS. If your information leads to an arrest, Crime Stoppers will pay you a cash reward. And remember, we will never ask your name, and you will not have to appear in court. Well, this week's Fugitive of the Week, I'm Officer Paul Ray for Crime Stoppers.
Tonight's Powerball jackpot is $153 million, and Friday's Mega Millions jackpot is $19 million.